Hey, welcome back to another episode of Johnscryptotherapy. Today we're going to do a quick rundown on Ecomi. I want to give you guys an update on price. So the price, we're still looking at long-term projections of this data that I've put out. So the data that I put out is basically price is going towards the downside, but take a look at what price is doing. These are like historical data that kind of repeats itself. We're going to look at this structure right here. We do have a liquidity wick right here. Prices went towards the downside, pushes up towards the upside. A lot of people would have had their stops right here. It would have got stopped out, but we understand as great traders, we know the 50 range, of course, the fair value gap, of course, the order block. Those are going to be the key points that we're looking for that reversal. A lot of people would have got stopped out here thinking that the trend changed, would have bought the markets right here, and guess what? You would have got dumped on. And then take a look at price right now and exactly what it's doing, the same thing. So right here, we have a liquidity wick going towards the right side. And as you guys can see, prices went towards the downside, liquidated that zone. Same idea, the same principle. A lot of people would have had their shorts right here. Stops would have been just above, and what we're anticipating is the same exact move, guys. So the same exact move, if you had your stops right here, and it would have looked something like this. You would have got stopped out. A lot of people would have changed their ideas to buy, but we understand it's not to buy right now because the pulse move towards the downside is still showing us we're still bearish until those regions are broken, the very tops. So right here, we see the same value, the same understanding of the 50, and we are seeing a fair value gap that is coming towards that range. It does not mean it cannot go lower, then come back up. But guys, this is the level that I'm looking for. As this is the major picture, we are understanding slowly we're going to the lower time frame to do one thing and one thing only. Find small sequence to go towards the upside, towards the 50 level, to find some great trades before we sell. If prices break this descending wedge, then that's a whole different topic. We're going to go for a breakout retest and we're going to take a trade towards the upside. Let's go back to the 1 hour. I want to show you guys there was a trade right here that I have mentioned, and there is a lot of people that actually took advantage of it. So for those that took advantage of it, great stuff, because we're going to be talking about it a little bit more. Here we do see prices going towards the upside. We've seen a retracement back into the zone. Prices push towards the upside. Exactly at this point, I have mentioned in my video what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be looking to buy the market and try to take my profits exactly at the very all-time high. 0.00096. Exactly what did the market do? Went to that point. Now we do have a reversal pattern. We are seeing prices going towards the downside. Does not mean you need to panic or anything like that, guys. This is the idea that we need to have as a trader to understand if price is going towards the downside, there's a reason why it's doing that. And I'm going to be telling you guys what's the reason. And take a look at this diagram that I'm going to show you guys. It's a very powerful concept, and I want you guys to take a look at this and try to put it into your own ideas as a trader. So right here we have the push phase. A lot of times the markets does come back down and it makes a range in the market. If prices go back towards the all-time high, what do you think it's going to happen? Well, it's very obvious, guys. If prices go to the all-time high and we fail, that's the key word, to break towards the upside, we need to find more leverage. We need to find more volume in order to go to the upside. And it's like a bow and arrow. Sometimes it needs to go back down before it pushes one more time. The reasons why this happens is because when you look at this box right here, what is underneath all of this push phase? There's a lot of stop loss. There's a lot of liquidity. Once we tap into that level, we take those orders and we put it into this push order, and then we can get that strength towards the upside, and we can finally do one thing: break this level. So that's what I think it's going to happen. We're watching this play out very carefully, and we are seeing the bottom of the order block right here. And when you look at this order, where's our stop loss really located? So let's take a look at that, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about right here. And when we look here, this would have been your orders on the smaller scale. Prices came back down, the pushes price all the way back up. That's why we broke this top, because it couldn't break it the second time. It needed to come back down, push up, and then break it. Now we understand this is a stronger zone. Reasons why: we have many touches. We have one touch right there. We have two, and of course we have our third touch. In order for price to go higher, this is the zone that we're looking at. We're not looking at this box right here, guys. This is the zone right here. So if prices break towards the downside, then I'm going to be bearish. Keep that in mind. Please write this down. If prices break 0.0000867 with a body, not a wick, with the body, then I'm going to be looking bearish. But what I think it's going to happen is this, okay? This is the way I'm going to play it out. Of course, there's structures that I'm going to be looking at. I'm not just going to be entering a trade blindly, but I understand the purpose of what I'm trying to do. The purpose is this. If this is where my stop loss is located, I want to see one major thing. It's very simple. I want to see price come back down. Take all these orders out. I need these orders out because why? Price has failed, guys, failed to break this structure. Yes, if you drew your box in like this, it did break towards the downside. It did get some liquidity here, and this could push price all the way up right here from this spot. But what I am expecting, because this is a 1, 2, 3, a triple top, I need price to hold at a significant level. Is price come towards the downside? Take these orders out, then show me that reversal pattern that I personally teach and I love to use. Once I see that reversal pattern, then absolutely I'm going to be buying OMI once again. And once I buy OMI, this is going to be a power play move. And if you did miss the move that I projected from here, you would have missed out a lot, okay? But of course, if you did get into this move, right here is a 7% gain in your OMI wallet. I did sell with a lot of my students that understand the ideas of how to trade. And what we know right now, this is a psychological play. We do know there's a lot of stops here. It did get stopped out. A lot of wicks are coming in. Wicks came in and took them out. This could be the moment where we do see price going up. Don't get me wrong. But what I want to see is a better risk to reward for my trade. I want a better deal, guys. So what I'm expecting and wanting is price to break below these wicks, wick out those orders, then I'm going to look for a small trade towards the upside. And I am going to be taking a lot of my profits around these ranges of 0.00097, but that does not leave the fact, guys, that we're still in this beautiful move towards the upside. So if you do let this trade run a little bit more, make sure to take more profits around this range. And what I'm still expecting is the same play to occur, and we are still looking for those ranges of the 50 retracement towards this zone. So that's my play, that's my game plan. If prices do break towards the downside, don't worry, we're gonna look for another game plan, and I'm gonna be updating the community right away. So overall, guys, and keep this last key in mind, if we do not break 0.00086, I don't care what you do, you should not look to sell. Make sure your ideas are to buy. Put your game plan into play. There's a lot of key ideas you could put. There's a lot of ways of trading, but make sure the trading that you're doing is simple and it's easy for you to do consistently. And that's the way to being profitable. If you guys do like this video, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Remember, this is not financial advice. It's just my advice on how I look at it and how I train my students to look at the markets the same way. Other than that, thank you so much. Take it easy, and John out. Peace.